Anna Karenina is a story of love in its many forms.
Tolstoy's books are studies on the human condition.
It tackles every aspect of relationships and their journey in love.
Anna Karenina is one of the great novels in Western literature.
I was nervous of tackling the book and knew that we needed a top-class screenplay. This would be wonderful, but only if Tom Stoppard will write the script.
You can't actually do a cinema film of Anna Karenina with all the bits. So really what you're thinking is, can I write a page-turner of 130 pages out of these 600 pages?
What Tom so brilliantly did was reduce it to the essence of what Tolstoy was really on about, and that is an exploration of different aspects of love.
It was an extraordinary feat to truthfully tell this story in such a short space of time.
I thought it was the best thing I'd ever read.
It was something that was so rich and so sensitive in what it chose to show. There's such elegance to the way he writes dialogue.
I thank God the curse of love is lifted from me.
Everything that is said is just what has to be said.
You're just the same.
I hope not. And if you read it 3, 4, 5 times, you discover more and more and more.
It's masterful writing.
There's not just one narrative arc. There are probably 20 narratives ebbing and flowing.
Anna isn't a criminal.
But she broke the rules.
The movie, like the novel, is the story of a respectable married woman who falls in love with somebody,
Dance with me.
resists that attraction, ultimately succumbs to it.
And then there's a character called Levin and his love for a young lady called Kitty. A lot of adaptations have stuck only to the Anna Karenina story, but we felt strongly that we wanted to keep the Levin story. That was vital.
One thing I love about the screenplay is that it's a very balanced reflection of both stories.
In deciding what we could afford to include of Levin's story, I decided I would try to do everything the book does when the word love is central.
Kitty is of the heavens, an angel.
I think Levin's story is basically an antidote to Anna's story. Levin is in a very real place with love.
Sensual desire indulged for its own sake is a kind of gluttony and a misuse of something sacred.
Tolstoy set out to write a book about a fallen sinner woman and her righteous husband. But as he wrote the book, he himself began to fall in love with Anna. That is at the very crux of the great novel and hopefully of the film as well.
We're trying to reflect the beauty and the complexities of the novel and of the story itself, and say that actually the mistakes that we make in life and the horrendous repercussions to those mistakes are all part of humanity. It's both modern and classic at exactly the same time.
Is it love? Always.